It works.
Hi there.
Hi. Suddenly I was a middle-aged man. I didn't know how to. It's like, no, I have to update. No. It's
Nice to see you again.
yeah, nice to see you. How are you?
All good, all good. And you now dedicated to your PhD. I understand that. I didn't.
Yeah, it's 2 months left, so I'm writing like a madman. 100 pages needs to be written. So
it's a construction. It's a process.
Yeah, I have to. You leave the whole soul behind and try to get some status. I'm not sure.
So this program started in 2017.
Oh.
It actually started in a very informal way. Fine artists, collective exhibition in Timor Oriental, so Southeast Asia. No training. Most of the artists are autodidacts. But obviously a new generation of artists connected by phones mainly to the rest of the world and drinking images from all the new sources of transmission. So not so isolated as it was during all the ages before.
Yeah, when you were there, or also, or it's in Timor, right?
It's in Timor that borns the project of cultural re-education that is Consolidar. It's a test zone. It's the place where I do the actions and where I try to create some new references and a new dialogue. But the program is starting to have his own his own issues, his own researchers, his own research ways, and right now it's very open, it's very transversal. It's not pointing to any specific thing. I think it's based on suggestion, basically. So means that when you're referencing something, you're suggesting something, and with that suggestion, you can help someone to identify with new things or with new references that they can adopt or get more involved into. And so you are one of the references of the
cool.
of the video screening.
Cool. Yeah.
And this video, it's a record video, so our conversation is recorded, so that we can transmit it. So that we can transmit it there. Basically, after people seeing your film, so your film is published at a certain point, and then the conversation goes a little bit with that statement. So if you can tell us a little bit more about the story, you go from fine arts. It's a nice piece of cinema, video art, experimental film. With an approach very interesting. That's how we connect. Also, it was a little bit about this new subject of this interdependency with technology and humanity. And if you could speak a little bit and explain us a little bit your path, your.
Yeah, yeah. Let's try to make it understandable. The title is the pen is mightier than the word, which is sort of a pun on the saying that the pen is mightier than the sword. That was sort of a thinking of that the computer is sort of what if the computer starts writing its own word, then it's sort of both a pen. It's a self-writing pencil. So it was speculation around what I think is is it 3 years old now? I think so. Around this phenomenon of maybe the computers will take over, or this anxiety of artificial intelligence. I think you mentioned I think you asked me about transhumanism. It's not my special field, not this either, actually. But it's so thinking of trying to connect the old quotes and thinking around this together with this future. What are they called again? Like Ray Kurzweil and these guys. Do you remember, Ricardo? Are they futurists or are they?
I didn't get it well.
No, I was thinking of those theorists thinking of that computers will take over the world. There are some
science fiction, like K. Dick. I didn't understand.
Yeah, or like they are real. Like there's this guy. He is not quoted, but it's one of his companions, Ray Kurzweil. He's hired by Google, and he wants to live for 140 years and such. I'm thinking of a lot of downloading his soul into his psyche into the computer, I think, or something. No, I'm digressing, but it's sort of I wanted to think more about as the futurists do about thinking of if can computers gain consciousness. What has to be done? Is it the models of behaviorism that makes sort of a feedback loop of behaviorists thinking of the mind as a computer and then feeding it back to computer science? Is that the way, or is it more the psychoanalytic way? You need to teach the computer has to grow up. It has to be traumatized and learned into the human discourse, so to say.
Yeah.
And then that was my proposition that this may be the way, speculating. If it's supposed to gain the consciousness.
It's very interesting because, for example, in the case of Timor, it's a new state. So it's one of the first countries of the 21st century that got independence on 2002 after a very complex and traumatized story that traumatized a little bit genetically the culture in Timor. At the same time, it's an implementation of a democratic republic in Southeast Asia, and it's very interesting because it's a concept. It's also kind of the Occidental concept. This political system, like a democratic republican system in Southeast Asia. It's kind of like where you're going to get the bases, like. And actually the bases are quite in the Greeks, and it's and they are as tribal monarchies passing by a process of transposing to this type of profile that is the Republican. They are challenging a lot, and so there's a lot of debate, there's a lot of discussion, a lot of contradiction, a lot of conflict also in this debate and in these discussions. The country goes, I think it goes quite fast. After 20 years, I think there was a very big increasement of the quality of the system that is being set. But at the same time, they are questioning a lot because their values, their identity is still very connected to their form of life, and this can actually start to become something that goes against their traditions and their ways of being. And technology enters here in a very interesting process, because the first thing that they are discussing is it's actually the freedom of expression, and I think it's very interesting also the fact that the Greeks thought about techno and technology as a tool to achieve what they say anarchy, like the capacity that the computers or the technology would administrate all the data that is needed to maintain the polis, the city to work, but not to become the masters of the humanity, and that I think we are in a very crucial moment of that, and I think your work speaks well about this and puts people to think a little bit about this borderline moment.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, do you think of you think of the antique, the police, when you think, or is it like, is it Plato you are thinking of, or the technology, or is it?
No, I think it's an observation. You know, I think it's an object that we can actually reflect during the observation. Obviously, I'm a guy that likes to see the same movie several times, and because there's lots of things that my head solves, and after when I see a second time and a third time, obviously the thing gets more a domain of the narrative. And people are, like you say a little bit in another work that I saw of you, it's like a shotgun gun. People are just receiving bullets of information, you know, like without.
Which work is it?
I think it was an installation that you based on the Canon of the Cinescope. It was a Canon.
Well, yeah.
And that's a good one. That's a good one because it's actually that. It's a kind of a war of omnipresence. You know, like the attempt to be all the time in the eyes of someone, some observator that could capture that bullet. You know, like to be targeted.
Yeah.
And,
I had a huge. I think I worked on it. Like I had many works on that. It's like the comparison of the gun and the camera, and sort of the shooting of the image into the eyes.
So without doubt, a new symbol of that. Yeah. And so yeah, it's that. Yeah, I think your objects will provoke that. You know, provoke a good moment of reflection. If you like that, if you like to reflect about some of the issues. And
I think also in Asia, it's you have the China implementing social control with algorithms and face recognition. It's quite. That's closer to.
We are living questioning a lot. So even this pandemic, this COVID, isn't it just an information maneuver? Because it's so invisible at a certain point that could be almost like a science fiction untrue reality.
Yeah. I feel like I live in a science fiction film right now. Actually, it's going around with mask outside, like having 2 meter distance between everybody, not being allowed to meet more than 10 people a week.
It's a moment of big reflection. It's also about our own construction of mind and our own models of ethical and moral issues. You know, we see friends that are very important, or family, or things like that, and putting in question this type of reaction. Should I protect or should I attack? with my presence?
Also, this people stop touching their face. I've noticed you don't you put on the mask, but you don't do stuff like that.
Super surprising.
Yeah.
So this is more for me to be able to present you a little bit to this group of people that are going to see your work, and in some way to create a visual contact with the author. It's not just the object over there, the object as an author behind. It's not made of nothing, and it's not a product of casuality. It's an object of reflection, and this is the paper a little bit of this segment of the action. That is the electric dream. So the electric dream is and your film responds very well to that issue. It's this magnetic electricity that is between all the layers of organization of information, even if it's the perceptual one or if it's the outside one that is emanated by force or by nature, you know.
But also a bit Dickian or Philip K. Dick's, isn't it? Like Electric Dream is almost Do androids dream of electric sheep, or is it the title?
So we can we will keep on talking between us, and thank you so much for your availability and your contribution for this moment.
Yeah, sure. But is it, are we supposed to talk like later also, or what do you think? Is
what I'm at this moment, we're trying to build a platform that that attached to that platform we will have what we call a circulatory system of cultural resources. To basically, what it means that on this platform we will put all the things that are part of our archive. Meaning that we'll put all the authors that have participated in the actions, and with this we can manage to link you to the platform, and people will be more able to actually contact you if they are curious of speaking or inviting you or things like that. Because the program it's exactly this specialized exchange, not like LinkedIn that is your professional profile, and you can see human resources. Here it's more it's human resources, but more humanized and more related to actually encounter you in your place. You know, like it's for artists mainly because I felt a big difficulty to arrive to Timor and to get to know who could help me to do some projects, who were doing projects there, even if they were trained in a more casual way, you know, and to achieve this connection with the cultural parts, it was very difficult. So it's this platform is a little bit to agilitate the exchange between authors and creative heads, and to facilitate if you want to do some work somewhere that is more adversive, to find those resources, to collect those resources as a network of artists and thinkers, basically.
Oh, that sounds great.
That group that we have, it's very great also, and it's Frank Thijs. Did you manage to check his work?
To check the work? No.
Oh, Frank Thijs. You know, like we are in this immersive action that it was in Facebook group, and I put you in contact with another artist, philosopher that is Frank Thijs.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Did you manage to check his work and
yeah, I saw some videos. Yeah. Is he also in here, or is he?
No, I don't manage to speak with Frank for a long time, for a few months. I think he's doing some work in Spain and very busy, like a big order that put him in a long process of work. But I visit him sometimes, and I go there to speak. We did a nice interview in a cafe in Amsterdam, very informal, very nice. Also, with him speaking basically more about the importance of regulation of society, but society participating to do that regulation. You know, like being a regulation participative. To a little bit to create boundaries for these things that you are alerting us to that can happen. You know, like the capacity of the machine to get to a position of domain over the humanity. You know, like, and for him he's been thinking a lot about that also. That's why I put us all together in that group, and for him it's a lot about the society in a participative way, bringing up a form of regulation that secures in our ethical and moral aspects. You know, like so that we don't lose this social freedom and this social autonomy. You know.
Yeah. I have to check him again. Also, it's been a I'm a bit like a deadline year, so it's been it's a lot of layers of information to. I remember now, but it's I have to go back and see what it does.
It was great to see you, man, and
Really good to see
thank
you.
you a lot again for this.
Yeah. As you calling me,
soon we
giving me this opportunity.
we'll
It's
talk
great.
again.
So you will contact me tomorrow as well? No, is it? No, or was it?
We can be in contact. We can be in contact if some issues started to pump over this informal talk. I will let you know also, and
Yeah.
keep in touch.
Great. Then I will. I think I will find the Zoom app on my smartphone or something, so I'm available. So,
if you don't mind, I'm going to use your website also, so that people
sure.
can actually enter more into your universe and discover.
Yeah. Please do.
It's a pleasure to share you also with the others.
Thanks.
So
thanks. It's really it's super. Thanks.
A good hug, and I see you.
See you soon. Bye.
Já.